It is time to talk about the lizard Mark Zuckerberg, that he wants business. It's not that he means business. You know, like that he's like a wind vein. I don't know what is he scheming, but now he's, there are gonna be no more fact checkers on Facebook or Instagram. Now you can share whatever you want, and we will have community notes such the same as X. No, this guy is trying to fool everybody into using Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp. He's trying to make everybody, especially Facebook and Instagram, that are becoming AI slob. AI slob. Again, I'm okay with a meme created here and there, but I'm not okay with AI stuff trying to be passed as something real or something that a person wrote. That is, I draw the line in there. And he is desperate. Here's a full video from Mark Zuckerberg announcing the end of censorship and misinformation policies. I highly recommend you watch all of it, as totally it is one of the biggest indications of elections have consequences I have ever seen. And we also have the report. Meta ends fact-checking on Facebook, Instagram in free speech pitch. Go F yourself, you lizard. Go F yourself. I am not going back to Facebook. You suspended my Facebook page just because, I was sharing my opinions about Kamala Harris. You know that were the same opinions I was sharing here on YouTube, and my Facebook page with 80,000 subscribers was suspended without any way to what is the name of that? Reclamar. I couldn't make any kind of retort to that. So that's this is the video of him, appealing to Trump. Oh yeah, I'm going to behave nice. Maybe Mark will want to do also another documentary on Melania, but luckily Amazon already got that. Everyone, okay, you have to do two things: is to make sure that I have my preset and sound, because then we cannot hear what he says.
Hey everyone. I want to talk about something important today, because it's time to get back to our roots around free expression on Facebook and Instagram.
Your roots about free expression and in Facebook and Instagram. What? Yeah, I had 80,000 Facebook subscribers and suspended without any right to appeal. That was a word. Any right to. I had no right to appeal. So basically, my page was the rug was pulled under me, thanks to the lizard.
I started building social media to give people a voice. I gave a speech at Georgetown 5 years ago about the importance of protecting free expression, and
You're a hypocrite.
I still believe this today.
No, you don't.
But a lot has happened over the last several years.
Yeah, especially the elections, that you are fucked.
There's been widespread debate about potential harms from online content. Governments and legacy media have pushed to censor more and more.
No, wait a second. You, Mark Zuckerberg, you have collaborated with the government to censor people. And now you realize that your business is going down with the AI slope. And that everybody is realizing, and I will not, won't stop saying it. Do not use Facebook or Instagram. Do not use Facebook or Instagram. It's that simple. I won't stop saying that, because you're a hypocrite and you just want the money. You're a wind vane. You're a hypocrite. You're a snake. Well, are snakes lizards? No, they're two different things. But you get the idea.
A lot of this is clearly political, but there's also a lot of legitimately bad stuff out there. Drugs, terrorism, child exploitation. All that is rampant in your platform. You haven't done anything to prevent that. These are things that we take very seriously, and I want to make sure that we handle responsibly. So we built a lot of complex systems to moderate content. But the problem with complex systems is they make mistakes. Even if they accidentally censor just 1% of posts, that's millions of people.
Yeah, you tell me. You know that Meta had released AI influencers on Instagram, and they shut them down in 2 hours. Those AI influencers didn't last even 2 hours. They had to shut them down because they were beginning to create crazy stuff. They don't know what to do to bring people back. Oh, let's sanitize this. No, sanitized AI is not gonna cut it. Pretending that you're not gonna censor people is not gonna cut it. Letting all this stuff right now, oh yeah, like we're gonna fix, no, that is not gonna cut it. Facebook is about to die a very slow and painful death, and I'm here for it. Good old Schadenfreude. Pleasure. Pure pleasure for me.
And we've reached a point where it's just too many mistakes and too much censorship.
All right. Oh, no, we are losing too much money. That is the actual word that he's saying.
The recent elections also feel like a cultural tipping point towards once again prioritizing speech. So we're going to get back to our roots and focus on reducing mistakes, simplifying our policies, and restoring free expression on our platforms.
You won't. And why do you do that thing with your mouth when you talk about what? What do you say?
Expression on our platforms.
Why do you do that with your mouth, Mark? Why did you do that with your mouth?
Expression on our platforms.
Oh, yeah, because you don't mean it. Because you're scared. You're scared. I can smell your fear. I can smell your fear. Yeah, back to your roots of stealing people's passwords and all that
More
stuff.
specifically, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to get rid of fact checkers and replace them with community notes, similar to X.
Okay, this is... I'm going to say this. At least the guy is upfront. We are going to copy X. We're going to copy X. It's that simple. Okay, he didn't tiptoe around the subject. Okay, I'm going to give him
Starting
that.
in the US. After Trump first got elected in 2016, the legacy media wrote nonstop about how misinformation was a threat to democracy.
Uh-huh.
We tried in good faith to address those concerns without becoming the arbiters of truth.
Oh, you became the arbiter of truth.
But the fact checkers have just been too politically biased and have destroyed more trust than they've created.
What? And who hired those fact checkers in the first place, you moron? You chose them. Your woke company chose them. And now you realize, I just realized they don't work. Yeah, get fucked.
Especially in the US. So over the next couple of months, we're going to phase in a more comprehensive community notes system. Second, we're going to simplify our content policies and get rid of a bunch of restrictions on topics like immigration and gender that are just out of touch with mainstream discourse.
Yeah, you realized that since people actually want to talk about immigration and gender, and look how umbrella terms he spoke. He spoke in the umbrella terms, immigration and gender. Okay, he realizes that since people cannot talk about those topics on Facebook, we went anywhere else. And now he wants that people back. No. Screw you. Screw you, lizard. Mark Zuckerberg. No.
What started as a movement to be more inclusive has increasingly been used to shut down opinions and shut out people with different ideas, and it's gone too far.
No.
So I want to make sure that people can share their beliefs and experiences on our platforms.
No, we won't. Because we are not going back to that swamp.
Third, we're changing how we enforce our policies to reduce the mistakes that account for the vast majority of censorship on our platforms.
Mm-hmm.
We used to have filters that scanned for any policy violation. Now, we're going to focus those filters on tackling illegal and high-severity violations.
So you mean to tell me that you didn't have filters for illegal and high-severity violations? You're telling me that you didn't have those in the first place, right?
Focus those filters on tackling illegal and high-severity violations.
You're saying that yourself. You're saying that, oh, we used to have filters for those common topics, but now we are going to for the hard stuff, you know, the child molestation and all of that. Well, how do you have the guts to say this to a camera? I mean, I'm going to just enjoy watching Facebook go the way of MySpace. I'm going to just enjoy that in a way that I cannot describe. With my Chardonnay and my, I don't know, in my couch, just watching Facebook burn to the ground, because it will, with all the AI slop, and they won't be able to do anything about that. And I will make sure that that happens.
And for lower severity violations, we're going to rely on someone reporting an issue before we take action.
Okay, that someone is woke or not? Is that DEI hire? Oh yes, it's gonna be a DEI hire.
The problem is that the filters make mistakes, and they take down a lot of content that they shouldn't.
Notice that he says that the filters make mistakes. He doesn't say that our filters or we made mistakes filtering. No, the filters, like if the filters are some kind of people or something like that. No, that doesn't work like that. He wants to make it seem like some kind of filter, maybe coffee filter. Oh, you coffee filter, you are the one to blame for all this. Not me, I'm a nice lizard. I'm a nice lizard. Look at me with my fake skin.
So by dialing them back, we're going to dramatically reduce the amount of censorship on our platforms.
Okay.
We're also going to tune our content filters to require much higher confidence before taking down content. The reality is that this is a trade-off. It means we're going to catch less bad stuff, but we'll also reduce the number of innocent people's posts and accounts that we accidentally take down.
Can you define, Mark? Can you define what are innocent people? How do you define innocent people? That is interesting that you mentioned, you say those words. How do you define innocent people? People that just want to express their opinion on Facebook? It means that I can go to Facebook and say that there are only two genders, man and woman, XX and XY. Can I say that on Facebook? Am I innocent or am I guilty of something? Is that like a biological fact, or is that treated as an opinion? Will that make the Facebook hammer fall on me, or will I remain unscathed? I don't know. I would like to know. But I'm not going to test that myself. No.
Fourth, we're bringing back civic content. For a while, the community asked to see less politics because it was making people stressed. So we stopped recommending these posts. But it feels like we're in a new era now, and we're starting to get feedback that people want to see this content again. So we're going to start phasing this back into Facebook, Instagram, and Threads while working to keep the community.
Who is using Threads? Nobody is using Threads, Mark. Don't mention Threads. Nobody's using that shit. It's that simple. Stop mentioning Threads. It's something embarrassing.
Community is friendly and positive. Fifth, we're going to move our trust and safety and content moderation teams out of California, and our US-based content review is going to be based in Texas.
Why? I wonder why. Because you want to de-wokify your content moderation, I don't know, department. You want to last blue hair whales on that? Maybe is that what you want? Well, so be it. You want to be closer to Joe Rogan, I guess. You want to feel more Republican. You're going to fire, or you want to do this. So all those blue hair whales on California that are just destroying, well done, by the way, your app, your platform from the inside, say, I'm going to quit. The same thing that Jeff Bezos did with the Washington Post. It's the same strategy. Oh, I'm not going to move to Texas. That is blah, 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 blah. I'm going to prefer to blah, 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 blah. That's as simple as. Simple as.
As we work to promote free expression, I think that it will help us build trust to do this work in places where there is less concern about the bias of our teams. Finally, we're going to work with President Trump to push back on governments around the world that are going after American companies and pushing to censor more. The US has the strongest constitutional protections for free expression in the world. Europe has an ever-increasing number of laws institutionalizing censorship and making it difficult to build anything innovative there. Latin American countries have secret courts that can order companies to quietly take things down. China has censored our apps from even working in the country. The only way that we can push back on this global trend is with the support of the US government.
Now you're licking Trump's boots.
And that's why it's been so difficult over the past 4 years when even the US government has pushed for censorship.
How dare you, Mark? How stab Biden and Kamala in the back like that? How dare you? This guy is such a snake. This guy, who's going to believe his word? He's stabbing Biden and Kamala in the back. No, this is way too much. This is way too much. No, even for the lizard.
By going after us and other American companies, it has emboldened other governments to go even further. But now we have the opportunity to restore free expression, and I am excited to take it. It'll take time to get this right, and these are complex systems. They're never going to be perfect.
No, they are never going to be perfect. You are right in that. The complex systems can never be perfect, and you're constantly improving them. But if you improve them to censor people, to F people, to suspend people without warning and without right to appeal, then this is what happens. This is what happens. So I hope that the Trump administration tells you to literally get fucked, Mark. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do.
There's also a lot of illegal stuff that we still need to work very hard to remove. But the bottom line is that
So we are not going to remove the illegal stuff. But the child molestation stuff was going to stay there because, it's just too hard. It's too hard to remove.
Is that after years of having our content moderation work focus primarily on removing content, it is time to focus on reducing mistakes, simplifying our systems, and getting back to our roots about giving people voice.
What? This legal is impressive.
I'm looking forward to this next chapter. Stay good out there, and more to come soon.
No chapter. The chapter is that we're going to close the Facebook on you, Mark. No chapters left. Time to move on. Goodbye. But I would like to know what do you think about this in the comments. So let me take a look at your lovely live chat